The world is standing at a crossroads. A series of sudden and intense developments have turned the global spotlight toward the Middle East, and beyond. The question now echoing around the world is, what is the U.S. president planning? Let's break down the unfolding situation, step by step, and analyze what's really going on behind the scenes. The G7 summit turns into a global crisis. From June 15 to June 17, the 51st G7 summit was held in the Canmore area of Alberta, Canada. This is where leaders of the 7 most industrialized nations, namely the United States, Canada, France, the United Kingdom, Germany, Japan, and Italy, gather to coordinate global policies. But this summit took a dramatic turn. While the U.S. President, Donald Trump, was attending high-level meetings with world leaders, breaking news came in. And it was explosive, quite literally. The first shock, the downing of a U.S. jet. Reports reached the president that an American stealth F-35 jet, among the most advanced aircraft in the world, had been destroyed by Iranian forces. A major incident, one that immediately rattled U.S. military and political circles. But that wasn't all. The second shock, Iran strikes Israel. Simultaneously, the Israeli Prime Minister contacted President Trump with more devastating news. According to him, Iran had launched missile strikes directly at Israel, destroying the Israeli Army headquarters and Mossad headquarters, both located in Tel Aviv. As if this wasn't enough, Iran also targeted the Haifa oil refinery, one of Israel's key strategic industrial sites, forcing it to shut down completely. The president's response: immediate departure. Faced with these rapidly escalating events, President Trump abruptly left the G7 summit, declaring his immediate return to the United States. On his way back, he instructed his team in Washington to convene an emergency national security meeting at the White House as soon as he landed. The emergency security meeting. Once back on U.S. soil, the president did not waste any time. A closed-door emergency meeting was held at the White House and lasted 80 minutes. The contents of this meeting have not been officially disclosed, but reliable sources inside Washington have leaked key details. According to these sources, President Trump reportedly said, "The Israel-Iran issue must now be brought to a permanent conclusion. Ceasefires and temporary truces are not a real solution." This statement is critical. It signals a shift from containment to confrontation, a possible path to all-out war. A final lesson for Iran. Sources claim that the president made it clear, Iran must be taught a final and decisive lesson. No more back-and-forth negotiations. No more half measures. And then, chillingly, Trump added, "The world will witness within the next 48 hours what unfolds on the map of this world." That one sentence, just 16 words, has sent tremors through every capital from Washington to Tehran.
Warning to Tehran citizens. As tensions climbed, President Trump directly addressed the residents of Tehran, issuing a grim warning. If you value your lives, evacuate the city immediately. Following this message, reports began emerging of a mass exodus from Tehran. Highways out of the city are reportedly jammed with fleeing civilians. Fear and uncertainty have gripped the Iranian capital. Intelligence versus politics. In an unexpected twist, President Trump dismissed a statement from his own intelligence chief, Tulsi Gabbard. She had made it clear, U.S. intelligence has found no evidence that Iran is developing nuclear weapons. Sound familiar? It should. This scenario mirrors the lead-up to the Iraq War in 2003, when false claims about weapons of mass destruction were used to justify a devastating conflict. Claims that were later proven to be completely false. Are we witnessing the same pattern repeat itself with Iran? The mother of all bombs and B-2 bombers. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, chilling preparations are underway. The infamous mother of all bombs, a massive weapon capable of destroying deep underground nuclear facilities, is reportedly being loaded for deployment. These powerful bombs are typically carried by B-2 stealth bombers, and they don't just explode. They drill deep into the earth before detonating with terrifying destructive power. U.S. aircraft carriers move into position. Two of America's most formidable military assets, the USS Nimitz and the USS Carl Vinson, have taken strategic positions near Iran. These nuclear-powered aircraft carriers are not just symbolic, they represent America's readiness for war. Both vessels are armed with nuclear weapons and serve as floating fortresses. The signal from the Pentagon is clear. The United States is prepared for direct military confrontation. Fire in the Strait of Hormuz. In the Strait of Hormuz, a critical maritime choke point where 20 million barrels of oil pass daily, several oil tankers have mysteriously caught fire. The exact cause remains classified, but the implication is clear. This is no longer just a diplomatic crisis. It's a disruption of global energy security. The world's oil economy is now directly at stake. Russia and North Korea, a new alliance? In another major geopolitical development, Russia's security chief has arrived in North Korea. This surprise visit has raised eyebrows globally. What message is Moscow delivering to Pyongyang? Are new alliances being formed in anticipation of a U.S.-Iran war? China's unexpected move. While the world expected China to react to the Iran crisis, Beijing surprised everyone, not by responding to Tehran, but by issuing an evacuation order for all Chinese nationals in Israel. That's right, not Iran, Israel. This strategic move has left analysts baffled. What does China know that the rest of the world doesn't? Pakistan's critical role. According to a White House statement, Pakistan's true power broker, referred to as the Field Marshal, will be arriving in Washington on Wednesday, June 18th for high-level meetings with President Trump and key U.S. officials. Given Pakistan's historic ties with both the U.S. and Muslim nations, this meeting is considered a pivotal moment. What role will Pakistan play in this unfolding crisis? Some analysts believe Pakistan's military leadership often aligns with American interests and that their political survival depends heavily on U.S. approval. If that's true, then Pakistan may simply follow Washington's lead, whatever that may be. Locally, this scenario is referred to as Gonglawan tu Mitti Charna, a Punjabi idiom that means dusting off the bottle gourds, a symbolic action meant to deceive or mislead observers without real impact. In other words, appearances may be maintained, but the true alignment may lie elsewhere. The 80-minute meeting. What comes next? Let's not forget the president's 80-minute emergency meeting. Experts believe it was a turning point, but rather than a direct declaration of war, the next step may be a diplomatic statement, carefully crafted to influence global opinion. Washington knows the power of words, and it may use them to frame its military actions as justified or inevitable. Iran's supreme leader responds. Finally, in response to all these moves, Iran's supreme leader issued a blunt tweet. Now the war begins. No ambiguity, no soft language, just a stark declaration that the time for diplomacy has ended and the battlefield now takes center stage. All eyes on the 48-hour deadline. As the world holds its breath, we're now deep inside the 48-hour deadline announced by the U.S. president. What will happen next? Will the United States launch a full-scale assault on Iran's military and nuclear facilities? Will Iran retaliate beyond Israel and target American assets in the region? Will Russia, China, or even North Korea intervene? And finally, what path will Pakistan choose? Diplomatic neutrality or silent support? A world on the edge. Friends, we stand at the edge of a possible world-altering event. One wrong move, one miscalculation, and this could escalate into a global conflict involving nuclear powers. The Middle East is already burning, and now the flames threaten to engulf the world. We will continue monitoring the situation and updating you as the story unfolds. Until then, stay informed, stay alert, and most importantly, pray for peace.